Yeah, I haven't played this in a couple days, so I'm hoping my flowers aren't dead. Which they may be. Show the Mii's. I don't have any. This is on the Wii U. And I only just set this up specifically for this. I've only used this for Animal Crossing and Warrior Land Shake It. So I have done nothing with it, because it's a Wii U. So I've used it as a Wii U to play Mario Maker back in the day. And then I guess I didn't really do a whole lot with it. Other than the Zelda HD stuff. Much like most people in the Wii U. No, I'm kidding. Some people did like the Wii U, but did not sell well. Like, I got mine years later. On the cheap. I should probably at least, at the bare minimum, set one up for myself, so then I can put it into this, but I keep forgetting. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like if I don't play this, if I skip a day, a flower's going to die. Oh, it does have hybrids. Hey, first hybrid. Alright, well that's good news. They can die. In this one they can. In other ones they don't. Like, it's just a mechanic specific to this one. That's terrible. It's realistic. So you don't take care of things, they die. It's alright. It's like, more modern ones don't have that anymore. Like, with this one, they experimented with a couple of mechanics that tried to be, I guess, more realistic. One of them being you need to a reason to water your plants, keep them alive, and another one is they had, like, the concept of tracks where, based on where you run, the ground will start converting into a dirt path. So you could make your own, what do you call it? Path. Dying after one day is a bit rough. It's been 2 days. But yeah. It's a random chance. It doesn't happen necessarily. At least items respawn every couple of minutes. I'm not having to wait until the next day to collect items. Imagine having things in your game that force the player to come back every day. I'm firing shots at Hello Kitty, I don't care. Hello Kitty has way more egregious things to make the player come back every day. The flowers have no functionality. It's just like, yeah, they're flowers, you don't have to grow them. It doesn't really do anything. It's like if you want a garden with nice colors, that's something you can do. But it's not like this is going to prevent me from achieving my goals. Like, I'm choosing to do this. You kinda have to if you want to get all the visitors. 3 or so require them. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. That game is just full of things that... It's just... Player retention. Graph go brr. Look at these numbers. Bite. No, I mean, Star knows how I feel about Hello Kitty Island Adventures. I'm not saying the game's not fun, it's just... Dude, it's a mobile game. It's a mobile game. That's all it... That's how I can sum it up. It's just... It has things that... Yep, this is a mobile game. And... That's pretty much all that bothers me about it, is just I don't gel with mobile games for that reason. It's just... They put in these things that the only reason they're there is because they want people logging in every day, so then they can show a healthy mobile game. That's basically it. It's not for fun, it's not for convenience, it's just for that. And then... Every time, like, people talk about those games, the defense is, well, if you spend 60 hours into the game, then you'll get this thing where you don't have to do it anymore. It's like, oh, so I avoid the poor gameplay loop. Got it. I don't know. With this, there's rarely been a thing where I'm like, I wish I didn't have to interact with this. There's a couple of circumstances. One being the Easter event. The Easter event in New Horizons was horrible. I'm kind of curious what the Easter event in this will be. But yeah, you know, doesn't mean you can't have fun in it. People will have fun. I'm just definitely the guy at the party who's in a corner by himself. That's all. Yeah, I mean, I avoid anything that has FOMO, and I guess tries to instill, like, the sunken cost fallacy. Is like, well, I spent so much on this game that I have to invest time into it, even though I'm complaining about it. It's just... Yeah, I'd rather cut my losses. I guess the reason I became that way was, like, I had a classmate that had some headphones he was proud of. So these headphones, he spent, back in the day, you know, $120 on these headphones. They were great headphones. But then one day, out of nowhere, he just went, ow, and kind of, like, jerked his head a bit. And we were like, dude, you're okay? And he's like, yeah, my headphones electrocuted me. Oh, that was weird. Okay, whatever. Maybe just a freak accident. It got to the point where his headphones were electrocuting him maybe once every second day. And we were like, dude, just stop using them. It's like, no, I spent so much money on them. Like, yeah, but these things are electrocuting you every second day, and you complain about being electrocuted every second day. Just stop using them. Cut your losses. And he refused to. It's just like... Because he spent so much money on the headphones, he just, yep, dealt with it. Until eventually they broke. So I don't know, man. Like, when it comes to games, I'd rather... If something starts annoying me and I don't like it, I generally just... You know what? I'm cutting my losses. That's fine. I had my time with it. I'm sure I enjoyed it, but... If it's not for me, it's not for me. Yeah. The Hello Kitty game is not... It's not horrible. It's not the most egregious example. Like, I make it sound like it's the worst thing ever. But it's one of these things where it's like, I wanted it to be like Animal Crossing, and it was to some degree. But it's just the little things, man. Like, you know, unless you're doing quests, the game just doesn't have the same thing where characters are talking to you or, like, telling you stories. Like, this is just random. 2 of my villagers are just out and about singing, being happy. That just doesn't happen in the Hello Kitty game. Oh, look, it's Bon Bon. What are you up to today? It's always kind of weird when people are a little too polite. You know what I mean? Take Dina and Tiffany. They're always like, good day, and how you going? Next time I see them making polite chit-chat, I'm gonna bust in there and yell, yep, yep. I like Bones. Bones is very polite to me. You're just the person I wanted to talk to. I want to take a picture of myself with, like, a nature theme. You know, something with a big bug. A pill bug. I think the pill bug came from a rock. You want a bad Animal Crossing, not like bad quality, but criminal, like running a criminal enterprise in the style of AC. I mean, you should play Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It has a side content that's basically Animal Crossing, and you have to deal with, like a criminal organization trying to dump rubbish and shut down your island resort. So you have to fight them with a baseball bat. And even that cut the Animal Crossing formula down. At least in my opinion, compared to the Hello Kitty game. Like, I was shocked how much detail that had. In some ways, Infinite Wealth, in terms of decorating, had things that I wish Animal Crossing did. So, you know. What? Fleas? No, how could I possibly have fleas? Someone gave them to me. Someone did this to me. I'll just wait until I find out who, please. That's the second time that monkey's had fleas. I don't know, man. I need to get fish for the walrus, so... I think I sunk like about 50 hours into the Infinite Wealth Island mode. Oh, I don't have this. Okay, move this flower to the safe zone. Okay, here's how it makes up for it. So, yes, flowers do die, but one thing that happens in this is flowers grow randomly, which doesn't happen. So in other games, if you want flowers, you have to go find them on other islands, or you have to purchase seeds and plant them. Whereas in here, they just seem to pop up naturally. So, one died, but then I got this new one now. I don't have this flower yet, so... That's nice. The Yakuza games have been phenomenal and so bizarre at the same time. Yep, that's them. I'm kind of sad that I'm at the end of the road with them. Like, I'm caught up. After this pirate game, that's it. Well, okay. There is something else I can check out, but as far as, you know, the main timeline goes, I'm done. I think the other thing about them that's great is just they're games that always go on sale. Did I play Judgment? I haven't played Judgment, so that's what I mean by there's other stuff I can check out. Judgment. I mean, there's only 2 games in the Judgment series, but... that's the other thing. The other thing I've been planning to do is replay Zero, because I feel like I didn't get the most out of Zero. Because, like, I kind of played it like a normal game. I focused on the main story, and didn't bother going too much into the side content. So, I would get some value out of replaying Zero. Well, I'm happy now. Now, I've started getting hybrids. I guess I just gotta look after them. But I mean, after I'm done with Yakuza, I need to look into what happened. My Wii U just turned off. Why? Hold on, chat. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but let's hope it doesn't happen again. Otherwise, Rossetti would have been upset at me for not turning off the Wii U correctly. It's possible it might have just been like a device update or something. I don't know. I lost track of where I was watering, so I'm just gonna water everything again. We don't want any dead flowers now. Especially now that I'm getting hybrids. Where are we? Judgment. Yeah, that's something that I do want to check out. And before I was rudely interrupted, I was saying, there are other franchises that I kind of want to get into that I've never played. That at this point in time, it's a good time to get into them. So one of them, I guess, is like the Metal Gear franchise. Though one of them isn't out yet. It'll only be a matter of time before it's out in collections. I mean, there's also Devil May Cry, like, that's another one that's been recommended to me a bunch, and I think most of those you can play. So. But that probably won't be till the second half of the year. The other thing is, they are working on another game. Just not sure what it's going to be, but it's definitely a spin-off game. Like, it's taking place in the 1900s, early 1900s. They just haven't said what it is yet. But they teased it when they announced the pirate game. I gotta move this flower down one. The hardest thing to get used to here is the fact that this doesn't work off the shovel. You have to just pick them. Okay. Are there other spin-offs? Yeah, Ishin was the Feudal Japan one. I did play that one. There is another one that hasn't been remastered. The zombie one, I think, is kind of stuck on an old console as well. But I mean, those I'm not too concerned with. Ishin was fun. The combat was just so funny. Just sword in one hand and gun in another, and then just do a whirlwind spin attack. And the pistol became like a machine gun. It was so stupid, but, you know, in the best way possible. I'm pretty sure I watered all the roses, because they commented on them. I'm gonna have to look at the chart on how to lay these out, but for now, let's just... I'm happy. I got a hybrid. This time around, I have started laying out flowers from the very start. Guess what? Dina said the meanest thing to me. She was all like, "You sound like a broken record. Why didn't you say something besides yip yip?" Do you agree with her? No. Keep it. I like his yip yip. Yeah. You're alright, Bones. Don't worry about Dina. I need to change my Jay Leno hair. Dude. I'm not sure if this is how you get the pill bugs. I remember them being on rocks, but it doesn't seem like rocks work in the same way. Another game I've kind of been tempted to try and get into, because a new one's just come out, is Monster Hunter. But that takes, like, a bunch of specialist knowledge to be able to get right. It's one of those games that has, like, a pretty high skill ceiling to get into. Lately, I've been all about keeping journals of stuff I'm into. I've made good progress on my dream diary, and my snack tracking blog has 237 entries. The thing is, my bug journal is looking pretty sad. Actually, it's totally empty. A tiger butterfly. I can find that. I think what changed my mind about... Oh! Quick. Quick. Okay, got it. What changed my mind about it is just... I watched a couple of streams of it, and everyone is just having technical issues with crashes whilst they're streaming. And it does seem to be a game that heavily benefits from multiplayer. You could play it single player, but at least from what I've seen, it's better that you do multiplayer where possible. I may have gotten the wrong impression, but that's what I kind of figured from it. But it's one of those titles I've always been curious about. I just never found myself, I guess, remembering to look into the franchise at the right time. It's usually, oh, this game's been out for years now. But if it's one of these things where it's just gonna keep crashing whilst I'm trying to stream, yeah. Oh yeah, I got your pill bug. Going for a rock is the perfect time to reflect on important things. Oh, it wasn't you? Who wanted the pill bug? That's tight. No, that... Okay, right, gotta remember. And destroy the flowers. That's not a tiger butterfly. Maybe it was Bones that wanted the pill bug. I don't remember. I've had a long week, chat. And I'm so glad it's the weekend. I got a long weekend. But my brain is just gone. Especially since it's been hot. Oh, there we go. It's like that, yeah. Dead flower, but it got replaced. It wasn't you, was it? Did you want the pill bug? Oh, you wanted the pill bug. Okay. There you go. Wait, seriously? It's a pill bug. Yay, happy dance. Steel flooring? I think I know what that is. See, that's one of the things the Hello Kitty game needs more of. Like, just random, hey, go do this for me. That isn't like a quest. It's just like a... something that just pops up, you know? And then you get a cosmetic for it, like a piece of furniture or something. But you know, it's just random chance. And it comes from a villager just running into you. I mean, maybe later it does it, but at the start it certainly did not. I like this walrus. Oh, so good, so tasty, so satisfactory. As a thanks. Must give you one of my designs, but you have to erase one of your current ones. Oh, right, he's the design walrus. We can get rid of these, because they're not really... Curved track. What does it look like? Oh. Minecart track? I mean, like, this pattern storage, so I can store it. Right now, I don't have to worry about it. Just sucks that the only way I can draw stuff is with the Wii remote. There's probably a bunch of people that are really, really good at drawing stuff with the Wii remote. Just like how there are people that are really good at using Microsoft Paint as a graphic design tool. Just being able to do sketches and stuff in it. They just work within the restrictions of the tools. I've seen some crazy stuff drawn in Paint. I don't have your butterfly. Where's the cat? It's just common yellow butterflies. Oh, there. Okay, don't move. Today, no game will make me hungry, because I had good food. I mean, maybe later, but for now, I'm fine. I saw a really good-looking sandwich in the pirate game last night, and I went and got said sandwich today. I think I have that wall. Make you hungry by telling you the food you had. If you insist. I had a really, really good pastrami sandwich with, like, Fresh bread from a bakery nearby. Like at a cafe. They always do good stuff. But pastrami sauerkraut, it had like, I don't know, something spicy in it. And then the mustard was really good. And I had this sparkling grape drink with it. Okay. Nah. Overkill. I mean, it's not too late to get something to eat, right? I'm sure you could manage it. Put the ball catcher here. It's after midnight. It's hard, but not impossible. I mean, I assume your options are, like, rather limited. Like, it would have to be... I know we talked about this last time, but garbage pizza. Not gonna lie, when I uploaded that VOD to YouTube, I was half expecting someone to be like, oh my god, what happened to my cozy Animal Crossing stream? Do you want sushi? Okay, so here's the thing. Here, really late at night, you can get it at 7-Eleven. Because our 7-Eleven are more like, they're kind of modeled closer to, I guess, what Japanese or like Southeast Asian style convenience stores are like. So the sushi, you know, 7-Eleven doesn't make it. They get a company. And it's not bad, man. If you want sushi here late at night, 7-Eleven sushi is alright. It's not amazing, but it's not something that you're playing with fire, you know? You think they're testing that in the States? Oh, I hope you get it. It's really good. I mean, the variety's nice, you know? Just all the different stuff. I think the way that Southeast Asian convenience stores are, they're great. Like the way you see them in Yakuza. If I ever feel like something weird, 7-Eleven's not too bad. Again, it's not great, but, well, nothing else is open. When Kitty eats in Yakuza, it makes the most sensual noises. And you meant Kiryu. That's funny. Kitty. Yeah, no, the way they eat makes me hungry sometimes as well. Especially in winter, I always end up getting ramen because I'm playing like a Yakuza game. It's like, oh my. I think I've done everything. I gave the tiger butterfly. Alright, I'm gonna go into town and change my hair. So I don't look like a knockoff bootleg Jay Leno. Yeah, no, I'm changing the hair. Every day I try to look different, so then the thumbnail comes out different. They don't really change the clothing too much. Could go frog. I'm Mr. Frog. Hello. Excuse me, I need to talk. I guess the hair doesn't matter now, does it? I really wish we had more sets of claws around here. Then I could take the time to sit and chat with you. There you go again, sis. Why fight about stuff we don't have to? Remember when we decided to do this together? You promised not to say stuff like that anymore. Wait, there's conflict between these two? Oh, right. You're right, Mabel. On that note, I'll just leave you to your own devices. Take all the time you need. Yeah, I guess I don't need to change my hair now. Alright. I like that the eyes are kinda... They're kinda looking... like... suspiciously. I don't know how else to put it. That's like... inconspicuous frog hat. Balenciaga frog hat. Hey, listen, that might happen one day. If we can get to the point where torn clothing becomes fashionable and, you know, gets charged as a premium, we will get there. Chat, I don't know how long ago it was, but like, there was a fashion trend going around where people were wearing shopping bags from 7-Eleven as clothing. Like, some designer made a line of clothing, particularly bikinis, using 7-Eleven shopping bags, like plastic bags. It was a long time ago. It was as cursed as it sounds. All I'm saying is, like, if that can happen, I'm sure one day a frog hat will be a thing. You can't rule it out. If you want to curse your search history, by all means. I mean, it's not exactly that bad, but still. Okay, this is where the flower died, so let's just place the replacement. I think this is why I don't mind the system where the flowers die. It's like, yeah, but new ones pop up. That's fine. And then this one here. As much as Zoolander is supposed to be like a parody, there are so many things in that movie where it's not that far from the truth in terms of the fashion world, you know? if it ain't Bon Bon, what's got you zipping around so early in the morning? I tell you, for a while now, I've just been nuts about watching football. Of course, when our own team, the Willville Sponge Cakes, is playing, I'm always there. Wait, that's the name of our team, the Sponge Cakes? See, to real fans like me, our players are like our children in a way. Watching them give their all brings tears to this proud papa's eyes. I am edgy. What's up? Do you have like a signature battle cry or something? Because all the great superheroes have one, and I think I want one too. Can you come up with a cool cry for me? What do you think? Perfect. That's pretty cool. What am I doing with my life, honestly? Do you want that battle cry? Hey, well, welcome. Chill out. Take a load off, yoink. Don't mind if I do. It's giving Animal of Muppets vibes. No. That was supposed to be Arnie. How he laughs. Just a sec. If I just type that into... Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, good. It's still here. Wow, this takes me back. You know that. That's what I was going for. That's his battle cry. What a time to unmute, I'm sorry. It's not the worst thing you could have come back to. I can't believe that's still around. That's crazy. That thing was something that I looked at maybe 15 years ago. Maybe longer at this point. Damn, dude, it's actually closer to 20. As much as I want to make fun of kids these days and the skibbity toilet shit and, you know, the weird words that they say that are basically just weird noises. Like, I wasn't much better, was I? Ah, Will, you miss me? Yeah. I like this horse's house. Aside from the wall, which I think is my fault entirely. We're all just insufferable twats in our own way. Every generation has things that the previous generation just looks at and goes, what the hell are these kids on? We need more tulips. I'll take it. A ranch wall? That sounds good. I'll take it in the interest of progressing the shop further. What are these kids on and how do you get it? I mean, most likely they're on an influencer's energy drink, if we're being real. Could probably find it. Either that or Fent, I don't know. I do find it funny that some teachers are straight up banning those kind of words, like no cap. It reminds me of my principal, dude. I don't know, the principal I had in primary school, elementary school, whatever you want to call it, but anytime kids were being kids, she would just ban whatever they were doing, you know? She... I'm sure she meant well, but, like, the thing is, you could tell she, like, fundamentally didn't like children, you know what I mean? There are people that like the idea of kids, but then they don't have the patience for them. And she was definitely one of them. But there used to be this commercial that was on TV, and it was for a security company. But, you know, the security company was called Chubb Security. So, I don't even remember the commercial. This is how stupid it was. But, you know, they would be asking if you had your Chubb alarm. So, me being, what, like 7 at the time? You know, at school, we just ran around yelling Chubb alarm. Like, Chubb alarm, Chubb alarm, Chubb alarm. And, she got so annoyed at that she banned the word Chubb. Which I guess now that in hindsight, it's like, okay, yeah, you could, like, some people refer to Chubb being an erection. But, you know, we were 7, we didn't know that. We're making fun of the silly ad on TV. But, you know, she did things like, she banned tag. That's right, she banned the game of tag. Because we're being too loud. There were some times where she made the right call. Like banning Pokemon cards. Yeah, kids used to fight about that stuff. But anyway, I think about that from time to time. Just... And anytime I see just posts of teachers banning you know, these words like skibbity, Riz, Ohio. There's like, you know, a piece of paper with banned terms. Like, yeah, that's the principle I used to have. Pogs. Yeah, I mean, here we had Tarzos. I think Tarzos were more popular because they came in chips. But they were basically Pogs. And they had the Dragon Ball ones that people really liked. The problem with those was always, you know, the annoying childhood friend. The annoying childhood friend that everyone has is like that kid that is in the group of friends, but it's kind of like most people don't like the kid because they're kind of an ass. That kid, when you're playing something like Pogs, Tarzos, card games, it doesn't matter. Anything that's a collectible, you know, they'll walk up to you and be like, hey, do you want to play for keeps? And then the moment they lose, they go, oh no, we were just practice, go again. And all they just want to do is just swindle you out of your cards. Annoying childhood friend. Or you're playing tag and then they'll be like, nah, we were paused when they get tagged. Annoying childhood friend. They're the reason why that stuff gets banned, because that's how fights start. Does Australia ban games that they deem violent? Not violence. The last one that happened was RimWorld because there was a lot of references to drug use. But again, it's still stupid. It's just like the whole thing where it's like, what if a child played this game? I don't know, what if people do their jobs as parents and take an active interest into what their children are doing? What if a child drives a car? Should we ban cars all of a sudden? What if a child gets their hand on a chainsaw? We should stop selling chainsaws, guys. That's always been a problem here. That's just the whole thing. It's what if a child gets their hands on this? It's like, yeah, what if? It's then, you know, at a certain point, it's the parent needs to take interest. How about we just ban the internet straight up? How about if we're looking after children, how about we just ban the internet? What if a child looks at something bad on the internet? Imagine that. Guess we better ban computers. Yeah. Thankfully, it doesn't happen as much as it used to, but at a certain point in time, man, that really used to annoy the crap out of me. I don't know, like, the whole defense of, like, doing something for the sake of children is such an easy argument to break, because it's like, where do you draw the line for it? Like, people cherry pick when it comes to protecting children. I'm not saying there shouldn't be safeguards, right? It's like, to a certain degree, there are certain things people can do, or companies can do to, I guess, ensure that. One of them is, hey, you know, having a rating system where it shows what the game is rated. So then parents can make an informed choice. That's fine. But going so far as, nah, adults can't buy this easily because a kid might buy it. That is insane. Oh. Damn it. I didn't realize this could happen. You put a million safety things in place and then they go off and eat Tide Pods because it was trending on TikTok. Exactly. Or, you know, you complain that your kid gets into GTA, but then the way you raised that kid was like sitting them in front of an iPad and just getting YouTube to automatically play videos for them. It's just like, at a certain point, man, you gotta take responsibility. You gotta take an interest in what they're doing. Like, you won't be able to police them all the time, and that's just how it is. It's like, kids rebel eventually. When they become teenagers, we all did it. We did things our parents, we hope, don't know about. Sometimes they actually do know. But the point is, it's like, you can't stop it. What you can do is just make informed choices, try to be involved where you can, and you do your best. But if we truly want to be real and talk about like what's good for children, 100% they should not be on the internet fundamentally. But that's never going to happen because it's like, you know, there's positives about being on the internet. But if we're talking about kids being safe, nah. And I'm not even talking about predator things. It's like, dude, being on TikTok, hell, even Twitch. Twitch is not in the slightest kid-friendly. Between games that aren't for kids being streamed and just the way streamers act, it's just like, you know, it's not meant for them. But it's one of these things where it's just like, well, we kind of ignore it. But then, when it comes to video games, for some reason, people get up in arms over it. When, man, there are far worse things out there than video games when it comes to stuff. I would argue YouTube is worse for kids than video games. Especially when it comes to influencers who, you know, their whole thing is they know they have a younger audience. They know that their audience is predominantly kids. And they still try to push things like gambling habits through loot boxes or like energy drinks to them. That is worse than a violent video game. It's bad for mental health in general. Oh yeah, no, like, if you look back, Facebook commissioned a bunch of studies into social media networks and their effects on mental health. Every single study or, you know, experiment Facebook has commissioned, the result is always the same. It's that, yeah, social media as a whole has a negative net sort of thing for society. It's just, yeah, man, it causes a bunch of mental health problems. Okay, fascinating. I have you now, Fossil. Aha. Enlarge. Oh, do I have this? Okay, cool, you can have it. That's why you said never do deals with gambling, alcohol, etc. when you were a programmer. That's good. Not a lot of people have that moral compass. It's definitely commendable. I mean, my take is pretty much this, is like, when it comes to streaming, it's, you know, there's always the possibility that someone younger might watch the streams, and, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm not even going to bother trying to police that. It's just one of these things where I set the stream to be for adults. I even tagged the stream as, like, 18+. That's about all I can do. And, you know, that's it. Beyond that, it's like, well, outside of the stream, there is absolutely zero circumstance where I would interact with someone that's younger. There's just zero reason, you know? And so that's what I enforce, is just like, nah, like, dude, even my own relatives, like, younger, I don't interact with. Beyond, like, you know, just family events and stuff, it's just like, I have no reason to. There is zero reason. People that I guess I talk to and get to know, like, yeah, man, they're like people in their 20s as at a minimum. Like, mid-20s usually. Because I don't know, I just see zero reason to talk to someone younger than that. It's like, we have nothing in common. I have zero reason to do so. And I guess that's a tell, is like, anyone that I don't want to, like... I don't want to carpet bomb here. That's not what I'm trying to do, but I guess... Let's just say a bunch of problems stem with people that don't have that kind of approach. You know what I mean? Like, it always gets messy with streamers that don't have that kind of, rule. Ultimately. And I guess that's the thing, is like... That's the litmus test, is if... When you ask them about it, and they're not willing to say, like, oh yeah, no, zero reason, like, absolutely, you know, that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, that's a little sketch, man. I don't know. That's why I avoid certain games as well. Like, I would not play Roblox or Fortnite for that reason. It's just the chances of a honeybee for the wall? No. Don't know a good thing when you see it, that's fine, but dude, you are trading me a bug that is worth like 50 bells at most for a wall that's worth 1,000. Go away. Go catch some fleas. I'm gonna put this away. Oh yeah, no, the villagers will try to rip you off. I know, like, someone will probably get annoyed at me saying that sort of thing, but I don't know, man. That's just one of my... It's my belief, it's my opinion, or whatever. But, you know... I just see all these dramas pop up, and it's just because streamers just entertain the idea of talking to minors, and it's just like, why would you ever put yourself in that situation? And the only reason I can see is like, well, you're sketchy to begin with. It's like, there's zero reason to put yourself in that position. Alright, that's that. I don't want to sound like someone that, you know, holier than thou. I'm putting myself on a pedestal. Like, I'm a pretty flawed person, but, you know, there are certain things where there's a moral compass, and that is just one of those circumstances that when I started streaming, that was one thing that I was like, I'm not ever gonna entertain. Like, the moment it becomes apparent that someone is like that, nah. And it might upset people, but I can rest at night. Whenever you stream Minecraft, you get at least one kid, which makes sense, but it's just easy to ban them and move on. Yeah. I mean, it's hard, man, because it's one of those things where it's like, I don't feel like it's difficult because it's easier to kind of end up in a parasocial sort of thing with a kid because, you know, they're just looking for a friend. I think in that circumstance, banning is the right thing to do. But I think back to when I was a kid and I just wanted to watch stuff, and, you know, I don't know, it would be shitty getting banned off stuff. But then again, I guess they wouldn't talk. Yeah. They come back all angry. You've had it happen. Why did you ban me? I don't... When that happens, I don't even reply. Okay, you know, here's where it is for me. I've had people that were teenagers, but then they didn't act like teenagers, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that they do, like they spam in the chat, they're just kind of just being kids. And that I usually ban right away, because it's just like, okay, this is a kid just being annoying. And, you know, if they DM from another account, it's like, I don't bother engaging any further. But then, the circumstances where, like, I find way, way later that someone was, like, watching me from the age of 16 and now they're 20. It's just like, alright, well, you know, they were just watching and... I didn't know. They didn't do anything that made me believe that they were a kid. Or any obnoxious behavior. They behaved themselves, they just watched the streams. We never talked to one another outside of Twitch. They were just the viewer as far as I was concerned. It's a really difficult thing. I think where I stand on it is if I see anything where it's like, you know, they're either being annoying or it's leading to a weird parasocial thing, that's where I'll put my foot down and be like, nah, cut this off right now. And yeah, like, if there's any further attempt for communication, I just don't engage with it. Not even a reply saying, hey, it's because you're a kid. It's just like, nah, that's it. Because no good can come of it. It's just, they'll get bored, they'll move on. It's also about protecting it, because if they say their age, some creep reaches out to them. You don't want to be that person that provided that platform for them to communicate. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they said their age, but it's still, if that happened, it's like that, you know, I don't think the onus should be on you. It just means that kid hasn't learnt the right thing to do when it comes to the internet. They didn't learn about stranger danger properly. It's just like, I think that's a failure on society. And odds are, most likely the kid will just do the same thing again. If they weren't switched on enough to do it from the outset, you know, be safe, then it's like, they probably won't be. Maybe I'm just more cynical when it comes to that, where it's just, I don't know. I don't think I can change the world in that regard. It's just, yeah, it's a kid, move on. So I just don't do anything. I just move on. It's like, yeah. But it is commendable to want to educate them. Or at least warn them. an old cynical man at this point. What's up? Where'd you get that pale chub? Am I edgy? I am edgy? Jeez. You can have it. Oh, I got a t-shirt for it? Yeah, give me it. Man, I sure know how to pick topics for Animal Crossing streams, don't I? Oh, man. You're just thinking that. I'm sorry. Just sometimes thought pops in, and then just gotta talk about it. It's not my fault. It kind of is. Like, I could easily not talk about it. Okay, there's a couple of things that I'm hardline on that I will never talk about. Or if I do, it's like barely scratching the surface on it, and that's basically religion and politics. It's just no good ever comes from those topics. Other than if someone's curious about, like, my upbringing and, you know, where I stand on it, it's like I'll loosely talk about it. But, you know, in terms of politics, dude, I live in Australia. I don't care. Unless I move to Antarctica, I'm, like, probably the furthest you could get away from it, literally. Like, damn, the last couple of streams have had serious topics. It happens. I mean, I used to be really self-conscious about that stuff, but sometimes I get nice DMs from people reassuring me that it's like, it's fine. And that they appreciate that I try to be honest. I mean, that's life, man. It's not all chill and happy-go-lucky. It's like, sometimes serious stuff happens. And I'm just being myself. And that's one thing I wanted to, I guess, be, what do you call it? Like a pillar of how I behave on stream is just... I want people to trust that when I'm talking, I am being who I am, you know? For better or worse, it's like, you know, you might not like certain aspects of how I act or behave or talk, but you can always trust that I'm not, like... I don't know, not being myself. And trying to sell you on a different personality so you watch me. Sincere / authentic. See, that's the easy way to say it. But my brain did not go down that path. It's because I'm tired. But also it comes down to the fact that, you know, every now and then I kind of revert back to, oh, I learned English as a second language. And sometimes the words don't register right away, you know? There might be another fossil. I should look carefully. This random guy from Cali thinks you're cool. Keep being you. Thanks, dude. I do appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I mean... There's the old sort of saying where if you don't have someone not liking you, then it's probably not doing things right. I don't know. It's like a rite of passage when it comes to having a public-facing sort of identity or any sort of thing like that. Particularly in content creation. If you have someone, like, any sort of interaction is good interaction, even if someone's saying your stuff is shit. It's like, well, at least that person saw your stuff. You have reach. It's better than indifference and no one saying anything at all. Alright, how about a less serious topic? How about... let's talk about the meaning of... I'm kidding. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna go down that path. I'm just being facetious, relax. 42, I was expecting that. I still gotta watch tonight's Severance episode. I gotta do that later. Thank you for reminding me. All good. Yeah, I'll be watching it after Like a Dragon. Become tradition on Fridays. Also got Mythic Quest. I've been watching Mythic Quest, which, I mean, it's an alright show. When it's good, it's good. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, it's decent. It has an Australian actress in it, so... They've been severed tonight already. They released pretty early in the States. Oh, yeah. I think the episode was already available here at around, like, 3 PM, but, you know, because of work, couldn't watch it. And it's just become a thing on Fridays, yeah. It's just after stream, I watch. I'm definitely curious where it's going. I do have a couple theories, but I won't talk about it, as not to spoil. But I've been pretty good at picking up some of the more subtle things so far. I can read between the lines. Ah, pitfall. I saw a video that was analyzing the opening theme to the show, and even the opening theme is done clever. It's like, from a music perspective, the theme is designed in a way where, like, when the it's talking about the innie, it's playing in a particular manner, and when it's talking about the outie, it's playing in a particular manner. So even the theme song is designed in that way. No, I forget the music terminology, but hope you understand what I mean. The opening theme is really good. What I like about it is any sort of opening theme that has, I guess, foreshadowing. And that makes you think. And then when you finish watching what you're watching, you're like, ah. Like, yeah, I like that. Another way they could take it a step further is if the opening theme evolves over time. That's the one way they could pick it up a notch. That's why I really like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is like the opening themes and the closing themes. They usually have foreshadowing in them. And they change as the arc goes on. Not too much, but yeah. It's a nice detail. Are you walking towards me? Yeah, in the case of JoJo, there's like some opening sequences that straight up, you don't know it, but like they have effectively the ultimate outcome. Or at least a hint to the ultimate outcome in it. You won't know until later. And even at the end, you have to study it and you're like, ah, that's why they did this. Or watch like a video essay on YouTube. I do want to make more of a dent into the loan, because now it's kind of, what, $250,000? So I think on Sunday I need to check out the turnips. Now that I actually have a house in storage, I can do it. So hopefully they're a good price. I always admire those intros that have insane visual design. To come up with some of the stuff in those intros is just like, man. Some of that stuff is definitely... You would think they maybe went on a trip, you know? That's what people used to do in creative fields. Season 1 intro was a masterpiece. Yeah. I think I like the Season 1 intro more, but Season 2 one's still good. Actually quit it. That's how I recommend the show to people. I'm like, watch the intro to the show. I don't show them the trailer, because the trailer, unfortunately, it's cut in a way how modern movie trailers are. They get, like, some pop music, and then the choice of song is really not representative to the tone of the show. Like, the trailer for Severance Season 1, it uses Lupe Fiasco's Daydreaming song, which is a good song, but it's like, this is... At least I feel like it's not the right tone of the show. You know? It's a weird choice. So, if I'm recommending Severance to someone, I'm like, I'd show them the intro to Season 1. The opening sequence. Because that is the actual show, the tone of it. It's kind of like eerie, weird. It can be tense. And yeah, I don't know. Just sometimes the way trailers are cut, it's kind of annoying. Because the choice in song, they pick some popular song, and the song is rarely representative of the tone. Unless it's a comedy. There was, oh man, there used to be this YouTube channel. I don't know if it's still around, but it was one of the channels we studied back in the day when I was in university. And the guy, what he used to do was cut up movie trailers and change the music in them. And one of the ones they did was, Shining. And they changed the music so it felt like a family holiday, like, feel-good movie. And all they did was, like, alter the music and just give it a voiceover. And the tone of the movie was completely changed. And that's how it feels like to me, these modern-day trailers, is like, yeah, the choice in song really just gives off the wrong vibe. I'd show it, but, it'd probably cause copyright problems. Because that's the world we live in. Fair use, even if it's a thing. Doesn't matter. YouTube is guilty until innocent. Hold on. One sec. Okay, good. I don't think I'm gonna make much of a dent in this. See, if I was playing this off stream, I would have definitely done that event over and over again. Earning myself the furniture that sells for 12 grand. I'll do a little more. I mean, I guess I could go to the town and change my hair. And then it's just done anyway. I did want to do it. Plus, we have to see some boomer humor.
I got to say, Sprat, ye look mighty young, ye a student perhaps. Yah ha ha har 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 har. To be young again. Youth be a treasure greater than any under the sea. We get the short end, matey. Lasses get ever more lovely as they age, but we lads get crustier. Yeah, anyhow, here be the city. You got all your affairs in order there. Then off with ye me, off with ye me wee goby. Remember, the city ain't just for buying stuff, it be for making memories.
That's about as good as a pirate voice as I can do. Yar. I mean, this is nice. I do like this area where you can see a bunch of villagers pop in and out. Just, I think New Leaf has more reason to kind of go to the city area, I guess. I mean, Gracie Grace is like a meme, let's face it. No one's buying anything from there. And then here it's like, yeah, it's selling stuff. This, if you want. The comedy show, pretty limited in what you can do. I guess the only thing I haven't gotten yet is Red's invitation. I think once Red lets me interact with him, then there might be more reason to come here. The fortune-telling thing seems to be tied more to multiplayer, which is a bit of a shame. So really all I can do here... Alright, supposed to talk to her. Hairstyle. First, remove anything that might get in the way. Go for, you know, I haven't done cute. Let's do cute. Wait, oh my, you're quite the charmer, aren't you? But don't you think you're a little young for that? I hate this. Okay, I could care less. It's... I will die on the hill that it should be I couldn't care less. Because what you're trying to express is like, there's no way you could ever care. And if you could say you could care less, that means there's even the most minute bit that you actually care. Which isn't exactly expressing what you want to express. But if you're saying you couldn't, that means there's no way you could care. It's like how people say ATM machine. It's like, it's redundant. Or irregardless. It's just, no, that's not how you say it. Yeah. Anyway, no way. Let's go with something warm this time. Radiant? Mysterious. Let's go with mysterious. Mysterious and cute. I can't wait. What do you mean? This is just brown. This is just my default hair. Give me my money back. This is not... I paid $3,000 for this. Dude. Wow, I guess my hair in real life is mysterious, the color. Okay, to be fair, my hair is darker than that, but still. Wow, I can't believe I just paid for that. I don't know, I was expecting, like, a dark blue or something, you know? I think I've seen all of these. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of these, because we got disappointment, we got irritation, we got love, we got... Maybe we haven't seen joy. I think we've seen disappointment, we've seen laughter. Maybe disbelief we haven't seen. Let's see this one. Thank you, and thanks to that special someone out there. I think you know who you are. Dr. Shrunk is in the house. Sometimes people throw rotten tomatoes at me if they don't like my jokes. The lights up here shine in my eyes. I can't see a tomato coming at me until it's too late. So if you see me do this, it means I'm scared of tomatoes flying at my face. Yeah, no. See? It happened right then again. The doctor is out of here. I'm good. I pay for the show every time, and every time I don't expect much, but I'm still disappointed. At least make it a dad joke. Even if it's bad, at least you can respect it's a dad joke. Alright, I guess let's change shoes. Go by style. I should have guessed they would come out blue. What is this rhino? What is she wearing? Oh, that is one nerdy duck. Derwin, my town is really far away, and I made to make sure to wake up early this morning. Since I came all the way to the city, I might as well get some souvenirs for people back home. Duh. Oh, it's Goose. Well, turn down the brightness knob on those sneakers, bouquet. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Maybe I'll go see if Kicks can buff up my cross trainers. You're not wearing shoes. They're just feet. And what do you call them? They're like talons? I just want an easy thumbnail, so I'm just kind of making sure the chicken's in the shot. It's hard to get creative with some of these. Anyway, that'll do. I'll figure it out later. Oh, I haven't gotten coffee today. I need to make sure I get coffee. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, there, ye wee tuna. What news ye got the old city? Did you see all bustling as usual?
I don't know why they did that.
Did you see lots of kids? I'd be tough, yar, but me heart melts when I see a tot out with his folks. Them parents using every trick in the book to please this little guy waving his chubby fists around. Yar, I know the feeling. I got myself a wee nephew and the sprat be cute as a bean when he ain't yelling. Jeez. Anyway, we'll be just seconds away, sprat. Once you're home, get yourself into bed double quick, yar. Oh, and call your parents once in a while, you cop. I'd be sure they worry.
Man. That's very, very deep, dude. Blathers. I need to find out when, KK Slider plays here. I need to get music. That's the only thing missing from my house is just music to play. It exists, I just haven't... Yeah. I guess being around when he's in town. He probably plays at night, which ironically, if I had set the clock to be the current time, I probably would have run into him by now. But that's just the problem with that is the store would be closed by now. It kind of restricts what I can do. Because, you know, streaming at night. But, I mean, the later Animal Crossing titles, they have ordinances so you can make the stores stay open late. Or open early. It makes it suit when you play the game a bit more. But, you know, this is an older title, so those conveniences aren't there yet. Like, it's easy to forget that this game is almost 20 years old. It certainly doesn't feel it. Right, we haven't talked to you today. I gotta make sure I talk to them, because I don't want them moving out. They might still move out, but it's more of a random event. Welcome! I can't offer you much, except for my delightful company. I still can't believe the way people refer to this rabbit as a hooker bunny. What's a GameCube game you should play? Don't have much experience with that console. I don't either, but titles that I have enjoyed. Beautiful Joe. the Wario World game, which is like a 3D Wario game. That was a lot of fun. What else am I thinking of? I mean, Paper Mario has been remade, but that's a really good one. If you don't have access to a Switch, then still, Thousand Year Door is excellent. If you haven't played Wind Waker is really good. Though the Wii U version has more conveniences, the GameCube version still holds up in some ways. Especially visually, because the Wii U version, they blew it out with the colors in some areas. The bloom is just insane. If you're into fighting games, Soul Calibur's good. It has, like, Link in it as well. And then, I mean, there's Animal Crossing on the GameCube. I've heard that's good. I haven't played it myself, but that one is certainly a different experience, because it's very early on, from what I've heard, and it doesn't have all the conveniences, but what it lacks in conveniences, it makes up for in interactions, because the villagers, their interactions are a little more spicy, let's say. They've become a little more kid-friendly in later games. It's not that they're, you know, egregious and adult-only, it's more just they'll say things that might upset a young child. I'm not attracting enough attention lately, please. I think my catchphrase... Yeah, let's get rid of please. What should I make this monkey say? How about just hee-hee? It's better than please. The first Animal Crossing was also on the N64. Yeah. I kind of want to play a translation of it, but from what I've heard, the GameCube version of Animal Crossing is effectively the N64 version, but just obviously upgraded. So the N64 game is kind of, I guess, a curiosity more than anything else. It's not a different enough title. But it's just one of those things that they didn't think would catch on in the West, so they didn't bother with it, which is kind of crazy. It is funny thinking back on that, just how many titles were just not released initially in the West, because they just had this weird thing where it's like, oh yeah, no, gamers weren't like this. Too Japanese. Like, insanity. I don't know, I'm sure there's other GameCube games people like. One of my other viewers was saying they love to play one of the Frogger games on the GameCube. Wouldn't be able to tell you which one because the title was called something different. Run try Baton Kaitos. It was a GameCube JRPG with pre-rendered backgrounds, and now it's been remastered for the Switch. Okay. There's some other one that's... What was it? A bunch of JRPGs have gotten the remaster treatment. My brother was talking about one earlier in the week. Suikoden 1 and 2. That's what he's getting. One game that I think was really underrated was Monster Rancher. For its time, I mean, nowadays it doesn't really have the same novelty. But back then, the way Monster Rancher worked, it was like a Pokemon sort of game. Kinda. In the sense of, you know, you're collecting these things. But its unique thing was you would put in a CD, and then the CD you would put in would determine the monster you get out of it, which was really cool. So you'd just go around the house looking for CDs and you'd put them in and see what monster you'd get from them. Now, you know, that novelty you can't really do anymore. But dude, I love that game. And it was criminally underrated. I used to watch the, because we had cable at that point in time. I used to watch the anime as well. The anime was pretty good too. But it did not go very far. You took your whole dad's music and DVD collection to see how many different creatures you get. Dude, you're the first person, like, I've met in a while that actually knows about Monster Rancher. Ah, I see you have good tastes. The only thing that was bad about the game was, like, the monsters kind of had, a tendency to die. Pretty often. But, you know, the idea was so cool for its time. Oh man, oh man. Right now, I so want to eat some chocolate, yip. But since I don't have any, I guess I'll walk around looking all sad and stuff. Oh, that's a mood right there. Metal City's got you the best monsters. Damn, I didn't have any. I had to settle for my parents' Spanish music. And then hip-hop music that my uncles had. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops on the PSP had a similar mechanic. You could connect to any Wi-Fi signal and unlock a random soldier. Cool, but somewhat a security issue. Connecting to public Wi-Fi. Random Wi-Fi hotspots. But appreciate the idea, though. Oh, there is an X. Oh, wow, that is so subtle. The Monster Rancher games did get a re-release in a collection, but the way the mechanic works, I mean, obviously they can't redo the mechanic anymore, right? Because computers rarely come with a disk drive now. They went with some other system, which is, you know, it's not the same. But it's still very cool. You played something similar where you scanned barcodes on things for monsters, but it was a portable device you played on. I think I remember I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. But it was one of those things that you saw on TV. Like, toys. I can't remember the name of it. They may have just been called scanners. I can't remember. But the name was something along those lines. Oh, I was right. They were called scanners. Alright. It wasn't a false memory. I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure they were called scanners, but that would be the obvious thing to call them. Yeah, with a Z, so you know it's cool. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Wow. I'm not sure if that's a good memory or, like, I'm good at predicting what the obvious answer is. It's just, yeah, if you were to call a product that. I mean, that... I feel like that's died out now, like, doing that. It's like for the longest amount of time, if you wanted to be something that was technical and modern, you like, had the lowercase I as a prefix. And that's how we ended up with products like the iToilet and the iSpa. That's just... man. I'm just doomed to catch this fish over and over again. Scanner Z. Okay, is it Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Z? Discuss. So I've heard both. I go with Z because I watch the American dub. But my cousins did, did go overseas and tape a bunch of episodes in Spanish because they were ahead. And so they would say Z or Zeta. It was actually annoying how far behind Australia was when it came to that show. It was really infuriating to watch it. Because they would start an arc and then about halfway through that arc, they'd just go start from the beginning. So it's Z? Yeah. Figured. Classic cheese TV time. It used to annoy the crap out of me, man. Not only that, they made it the thing that was on at 8 PM, so I could only watch half of it if I was lucky before it was time to go to school. If you guys are confused about Cheese TV, that was a morning kids show here in Australia that aired the popular cartoons. So Pokemon, Dragon Ball. If you got up really early, Sonic the Hedgehog. Digimon. Beyblades. What else am I missing? There were other ones they did. They did Sailor Moon. I thought Sailor Moon was on Channel 7, no? Card Captors may have been Cheese TV. They definitely did Yu-Gi-Oh! Not sure about Sailor Moon, but maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Imagine only being able to watch something provided you were awake at the time. They definitely did Sailor Moon. Alright. Yeah, I'm not willing to, like, die on the hill, because I'm not certain. Maybe I'm confusing it with Pizza Cats. Maybe the Pizza Cats were on Channel 7. That might be it. Which, by the way, they're making, like, a new game. They're kind of doing what they did with Cuphead, where they're trying to match the animation style. So they're trying to match the animation style of that era. So there's gonna be a Samurai Pizza Cats game, and I'm kind of excited for it. You got up super early, you got the aerobics show. I never understood that. Like 6 a.m. aerobics programs in Australia. Who does that? It's just like how, man, if you were up at 3 in the morning, they would show stuff like Saturday Night Live or that Chuck Norris show. What the fuck was it called? Texas? The Ranger, you know, I forget the name. You know who I'm talking about. The Chuck Norris thing. But that was on at like 3 in the morning for some reason. Walker. Okay, yes, that. You want to get into TV emulation, just pick up an era or a date and emulate the lineup. Yeah. There are some live streams that do that. There was a live stream that tried to emulate the news cycle for World War II. Which I thought was interesting. You'd stay up late and watch all the weird stuff on MTV. Appreciate that it's not necessary anymore. Yeah. I mean, when I was a teenager, the super late stuff was actually like SpongeBob and then classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons. And then if I stayed up really, really late, HR Puffin stuff, which that show felt like, maybe because it was a mix of just, you know, it was from the 60s or 70s, and it just had that aesthetic, and maybe it was because at that point I was really fucking tired, but it just felt otherworldly, you know, it didn't feel real. Just the audio, the music, just everything about it just felt weird. Yeah. But that's how I watched SpongeBob. SpongeBob was like at 2 a.m. You would stay up to watch Comedy Central's uncensored, unedited, and uncut movie. Yeah. Australia also had this program called Rage. And on Fridays and Saturdays in particular, they would have a DJ there and picking music videos. And it wasn't like chart toppers or anything like that. It was usually a genre or obscure stuff. So they'd have like hip-hop nights, metal nights, or like trance. And yeah, that'd be going until like 4 in the morning. That was always cool. Some music videos were really trippy. Forgot what channel it was on, but they had, this was on cable. They had this fake kids show, it was called Wonder Chosen. So it was like, you know, trying to be a kids show, but it was black humor, you know, very dark and just... It had puppets that looked like Muppets, and yeah, it had kids in skits, but, you know, it was, very dark humor. And then if you wanted to be really smutty later, they had that naked news show. Which, man, I never understood that. It's just... I mean, I guess you don't have to understand it. It was just kind of wild. Channel surfing and then that happening. At that time, I wasn't the one with cable. We were living with my uncle and grandma. And because there wasn't enough rooms, I slept in the living room on a terrible fold-out sofa that had the central bar. It was like malaligned or bent. It was broken, so it would dig into my back. So more often than not, I'd have to sleep on the floor. So that was my life for about a year. And yeah, the flat screen was in the living room, so when I couldn't sleep because I was either sleeping on this bad sofa or the floor, that's what I would do. I'd just see what was on cable. Why does everyone have fleas? There was a show when you were a kid that your friends watched called Happy Tree Friends. They ever watched it, so you never knew what it was. But it was apparently really violent. Yeah, Happy Tree Friends. Flash animation, primarily. And then they released episodes on DVD for it. But that's all it was. It was like, you know the episode of South Park where they have the satanic animals, if you've seen South Park? It was like that. Just violent for the sake of being violent, but of course when you're younger, it's just one of those things where I guess it was a form of rebellion, because if your parents saw that you were watching that sort of thing, they'd be like up in arms over it. So it was like, dude, have you seen Happy Tree Friends? It's the same sort of thing as South Park, as like, you know, and I'm talking about early South Park, not modern South Park. Early South Park, where it was just weird and random and just graphic and violent and just people swearing constantly. It was just, yeah. It was quite an attractive show to a teenager at that time. I don't know, I had like copies of the Happy Tree Friends stuff, but I never got into it. It's just I used to, in my locker chat, and this is when I was a teenager, when I was like 12 or 13 years old, in school, I had, you know, 3 shelves in my locker. The top shelf was CDs, the middle shelf was DVDs, the bottom shelf was my school bag. The smallest shelf of them all, and had books. Because we would swap stuff constantly. And every morning I would have someone waiting at my locker. Those days are over, though. Didn't I just give you one? I swear we had this conversation. Do it yourself, man. I feel bad, but I told you earlier. Ah, cheer up. Aw, he's so sad. I'm sorry, but I gave you one earlier. Oh no, I broke him. I don't want him to move out. Can I, is he okay? Oh man, I feel like an asshole. Oh my god, he's still broken. Uh-oh. I need to make it up to him. I don't want him to move. I don't want him to be sad and move away. He's so nice to me. But I gave him one earlier. Or maybe I gave another villager a... Damn it, I should have just said yes. Alright, we'll give him his space. I'm sure he'll be okay. But you would bring your entire PS2 and game collection to your school in your book bag so you could take it to friends' houses after school. I wasn't shy about showing it off. Jeez, that's... Yeah, I certainly wouldn't have done that, given where I grew up. Guess that means you went to school in a pretty nice area. Nothing bad ever happened. Or relatively nice. Aw, man. Hope he's okay. I feel bad, chat. I think he's fine now. Always, seeing your face always brings a doofy grin to mind, Bonbon. If axes are strong enough to cut down stuff, that's way bigger. How do they break? I don't get it. It'd be really cool if they were unbreakable axes. Or maybe they already are, and no one told me about them. Okay, I think he's fine. I feel bad, I'm sorry. But even if there are axes that never break, the ones I have sure isn't one of them. Okay, I think he's okay. I'm sorry, dude. He just looks so sad, man. It was fine, your friend did have an attempted robbery when Halo 3 came out. What, specifically to steal Halo 3, or just coincidental? Like, just so happened at that time, but not really the reason. It may have been another villager. I should have just said yes. This game doesn't have presents. Do you think... How do you think clothes make you look? They make you look way cool. Okay, good. I'm trying to undo the damage I did to that poor little dog. Out of all the villagers, he's the one that's probably the nicest to me, and I was so mean. Actually, Dina's pretty nice too, but Bones is nicer. You see what I mean? This is what Hello Kitty doesn't have for me. Is just like, I don't think Hello Kitty could have made me feel the way I just felt with this animated little 3D model. Just making me feel so bad about what I just did. Cost, the only thing cooler than ice cold cream soda is frozen cappuccino. But frozen cappuccino might give me a brain freeze. Okay. Like, I actually felt guilty, man. Wait, you're walking home and some kids pulled up in their car and tried to pull it out of his hands. Man, that's crazy. The only character you care about at all is Ritsuka because she's so relatable. Don't care about anyone else. Has she made you feel guilty? Welcome to my humble household. Make yourself at home. To the point where you're just like wanting to make sure she's okay. Oh man. This little dog. To make sure that the dog is okay. I'm still feeling it. I don't want him to move out. I like all my villages. I don't think there's a single one I want to replace. I mean, maybe the monkey. But that's, you know, if I was to say which one of all the ones, if I had to pick, it would be the monkey. But otherwise, nah. Oh yeah, I haven't seen the cowboy today. Should go see the Yeehaw horse. You see what I mean? It's stuff like this, man, that this is why I like Animal Crossing better. Hey, Punchy and Curly seem pretty tight, don't they? The other day I even saw them wearing matching shirts. Yep. I wish I had a sidekick to wear matching outfits with. Even if I was the sidekick, that'd be okay too. Okay, he's happy. Good. Am I gonna leave a 1-star review on the Yelp page? Nope. I don't want to be a Yelper. Right, this is Curly. I'll still see Curly. I need to go see the horse. Still saying hi again. Oh, you actually kept the fish. Buck's house is that one, alright. Just making sure. You doing okay? Oh, I have. Mole cricket. Ah. Alright, I'll go get one. Partner. I hate the mole cricket. Should probably sell what I have first. Yeah, the point system. I haven't checked this in a while. History? Oh. Okay, 500 points at the first one. I still got a while to go. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you go for the one that is 500? It's so close, or would you save your points and wait for the big one? I would save my points and go for a bigger one. Not the immediate one. Save. Yeah. Same here. Okay, we're looking for a mole cricket. Okay, I need to get this ready. How do I ensure that? Hang on. Okay, got it. I hate looking for these things because the sound isn't enough of a hint. Oh, that was it. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back! Got it. That sucks. The house was obstructing the view. Alright, I got your mole cricket. Here's your bug. Padna. A broken post? It's the least I can do? What? I mean, I guess I just gave him a cricket. It's fine. What was I expecting? But it's broken, man. I don't want your junk. Oh. Okay, that's not what I was... That's more... Like, I would call that like a broken pillar. Or a column. See, post, I was expecting something else, not something made out of stone. I guess if you wanted to get like an ancient scene going, it could be decorative. Oh, that's right, I have a robot bed now. Alright, let's wrap it up here. It's a decent enough session of this. Alright, well, that'll do it for Animal Crossing at least. Yeah, if you're here for this, thanks for tuning in, or if you're watching this later on the Bod's channel and whatnot. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Hope you did enjoy. Leave the video a like if you feel like it, blah blah blah, but I'll do more of this over the weekend. I'm gonna look up some things and see how the whole KK slider thing works and a bunch of other things. And yeah, I might swap the time over so then it's nighttime. Do like a couple days at night. But yeah, next time.